Howdy, y'all. Hey, and welcome to the Fowler Show. Now, on today's episode, we're going to be doing some songs that I originally wrote and some that I've rewritten. But before I go any further, I'd like to give a shout out to the show's three biggest fans. The first one is that beautiful set of people that I'm proud to call my in-laws. They're the greatest in-laws in the entire universe. Jeff and Marianne Smith. I love y'all dearly. And then, last but certainly not the least, and the greatest, thanks to the in-laws, I have her. Yes, that's right, that beautiful woman that stole my heart 2 years ago, December 7th, 2019. My dear, sweet, beautiful, sexy, kind wife, Miss Jules Baki Fowler. I love you, sweetheart. Anyways, EFDC, the Don't Mail My Family, God, Family, Friends in the Swamp, She Can Hear Her Shot, and that's it. Those, I originally wrote every bit of them. Proud to Be is a rewrite. 12 Days of Deer Season's a rewrite. Country, or 4- Christmas is a rewrite. And Master Mudrider and the song about the Scottish Queen, those are both originals that I've written. So anyway, this is our video for the 4- Arkansas songs of South Arkansas. So what it is about 3-4 years ago, I started getting to hunt down to South Arkansas, and after my first trip, I sat down, and I loved it so much that I sat down and started writing a song about it. Well, we went back by Christmas, and I had a CD of 10 songs. But anyways, I don't remember exactly what it all. I don't remember the entire conversation, but I know at one point somebody asked me if I played football because they saw my legs and said something about me being a punter. But I'm not, and that actually made it into the song. So this is our camp theme song for the Etheridge Family Deer Camp, or as we call it, EFDC. Well, I'm a simple old boy from Oklahoma, love to hunt and fish, but I found me a magic place this year, makes true of any wish. It's a town in Arkansas where the people are really nice. Small town of 4,300, and it's called Fordyce. Well, a few miles out of town, there's a place I really love. It's good hunting and fishing land, worked by family blood. It's a land full of excitement, and it doesn't get very damp. No, brother, I ain't telling you no lie. It's called the Etheridge Family Deer Camp, and breakfast was good, depending on what day it was. Sometimes a home-cooked meal, sometimes it's Captain Crunch, and then you go pack out. When you come It's 7 news at a little round, pimento cheese sandwich. Well, the leader of the camp will always be my loving Aunt Odessa. Then there's her son Tony. Whoever he brings will make up a mess of us. Then there's a married couple. They're more fun than anything. Their names are Butch and Diane, but they're called the Dalton Gang. Then there's Ernest and Sherry, man, they really need. My buddies Frank and Todd still squeezing to hunt across the street. Barry and Sarah hunt out back, and the new one still ain't a punter. Even though he hunts his power line, they still call him Swamp Hunter. And breakfast was good, depending on what day it was. Sometimes a home-cooked meal, sometimes it's Captain Crunch, and then you go pack out. When you come back in, it's 7 news at a little round, pimento cheese sandwich. Yeah, I don't care what you think about Fordyce Town. No better hunting and fishing is anywhere else to be found than there my swamp. Haven, Feaster Springs. Thank God for turkey season. I'll be back here in the spring. No, brother, I ain't telling you no lie. Land offers exciting life. Down here it doesn't give very damp at the Etheridge Family Deer Camp. Yeah, I don't care what you think about across the county line. Whether I'm hunting my swamp or sitting in my power line vine, the FTC members, hell, they're all my kin. Whenever I hunt down there, my family's together again. No, brother, I ain't telling you no lie. Land offers exciting life. Down here it doesn't give a damn at the Etheridge Family Deer Camp. When I go down there, it's usually the week before our Thanksgiving. And I was coming back, and a couple of weeks after I got back, I'd been hearing this thing on a Christmas radio program that they're having people, sing the tune of 12 Days of Christmas to, just to different things. And so I sat down and I thought about it and I went. So down there they have, of course in the swamps, they have cypress trees with cypress knees. And they have buckeyes. They have cane everywhere. We don't go driving through mud puddles and call it mud riding. We go on the old logging roads I've personally been down one where the mud was up to the doors of a Jeep, and we about lost control. And that actually got used in a song later as well. But I got thinking about it, and I thought, well, I don't have enough for it all. And then I went, wait a minute, being a non-resident of Arkansas, when I go get my hunting license for a week, I get 3 deer tags, and I went, there it is. And I got new hunting buddies, and I went, there that is, and I went, I got this now. So here's the 12 days of South Arkansas deer season. The fast version. Oh, and they also have beech trees and black walnut trees. So, on the 12th day of deer season, South Arkansas gave to me 12 black walnuts, 11 beech trees, 10 mud rods, 9 sticks of cane, 8 pimento cheese sandwiches, 7 news from Little Rock, 6 hunting buddies, 5 cypress knees, 4 buckeyes, 3 deer tags, 2 hunting spots, and a deer camp family. And then, so after that, I got to thinking more about it, and was riding around one day, and I heard Bon Jovi's Wanted Dead or Alive, and I was like, oh, too bad I can't rewrite that one for like South Arkansas. And then I got to thinking about it, and I thought more about it, and I thought more about it. If you, here in the U.S., if you go down the road, like here in Poto, we have the Poto Pirates. Well, if you drive a ways down the road, you're bound to find another school name with the same mascot as the Pirates, or Wolves, or Bulldogs, or whatever. But there is a place in Fordyce at the high school, and you will only find their mascot there. They're called the Redbugs. The railroad give them the same football field they play on today. And all the men and boys got out there, started clearing it, and they got in a mess of chiggers, or what they call redbugs. And the next day was a Sunday, and only the women were were the only ones in church besides the preachers. And the preacher, he says, well, if one little bitty old bug can shut down a town, imagine what it'd do to other football teams. They've been the Redbugs ever since. Their mascot and name is even copyrighted, so no other school is allowed to use them. And I went, bing! Got it. So I came up with this one. It's called Proud to Be. Well, it's all the same. The name will never change anyway. It'll never go away. The people there, they're proud and nice, and they're only found down in Fordyce. It's down in South Arkansas. The town is nice, and they're proud as hell, but they're only found in Fordyce. Well, I've been different places, seen a lot of different ones. Most of them, oh yeah, different name, same sports mascot icon. The people around, they know about their games, even though the different ones with same names, but mine's in South Arkansas. The people are nice and they're proud as hell, that it's only found in Fordyce. It's down in South Arkansas. The people are nice and they're proud as hell, that it only comes from Fordyce. Well, I've been down the road, seen a lot of different ones. Most of them, oh yeah, make me wanna run and chug. There's been a lot of wolves, pirates and bulldogs, but there can only be one Fordyce red bug. I'm a red bug. My town is nice, and I'm proud as hell that I'm only found in Fordyce. I'm a red bug, red bug. My people are nice, and I'm proud to be only found in Fordyce. Down in Fordyce, found in Fordyce. Oh, well, we made it this far. And then, I got to think about it, and I was like, Christmas. Got it. And so, big Christmas music fan, and I hear Loretta Lynn's "We'll Have a Good Old Country Christmas, alright," and it just happened. And when I was writing the words for it, I put in some facts about mud riding and what we'll be decorating and where we'll be, and I got a buddy down there, and it was the second time I'd met him or seen him, and he told me, he said, when we were down there for Christmas, he said, it's the last 3 days of deer season. And I went, really? And he goes, if I'd have known you were coming, I had the perfect gun for you. I got a brand new Red Ryder BB gun. I'm like, oh, thanks. Well, that made it into this. This is called a Fordyce Christmas. The Daniels family is going way down south through Fordyce, Arkansas, and then a few miles out. We'll gather at Aunt Odessa's, have a wonderful time. We'll have a good old Fordyce Christmas, alright. A good old Fordyce Christmas, that's what it's gotta be. All the family gathered round a pretty Christmas cypress tree. We'll gather at Etheridge Family deer camp, have a wonderful time. We'll have a good old Fordyce Christmas, alright. The Daniels grandkids will be there with the great-grands too. We'll all have lots of fun, and so will you. The kids will run around and play just like they're supposed to do. And I'll be glad 'cause Frank and Todd will even be there too. A good old Fordyce Christmas, that's what it's gotta be. All the family gathered round a pretty Christmas cypress tree. We'll gather at Etheridge Family deer camp, have a wonderful time. We'll have a good old Fordyce Christmas, alright. We'll have a lot of fun, those kids will go beep beep. And when we both get bored, me and Butch will ride in the Jeep. We'll go out through the swampland, go right up to my spot. And anybody who tried to take me out, I'll knock 'em off their block. They'll try to take me back in a city slider, but my buddy Frank will be there shooting 'em with his brand new Red Ryder. We'll gather at Etheridge Family deer camp, have a wonderful time. We'll have a good old Fordyce Christmas, alright. We'll have a good old Fordyce Christmas, alright. Thank you. Ooh. Alright. So, then we get to the next ones, and I was like, okay, well, I've gotten this many so far. What else can I write? And, anyway, so it dawned on me, and I went, because I'd been on a mud ride with my cousin Butch, and we were in a logging road, and it'd been raining, and the mud was literally up to the doors of the Jeep. We hit a slick spot, about lost control, and he kept a good hand on it, kept us upright, and we never rolled. He's got a speech impediment, and he stutters. And I was like, dang, you're good. And he goes, master. And I went, song, And so this one's dedicated to my cousin Butch. It's called The Master Mud Rider. He's a master mud rider. His name is Butch Smith. He'll put any city mud slider right off into a ditch. He gets in that old Jeep, old 95 roars to life. Get out of the way, it's time for an Arkansas mud ride. Well, his name is Butch Smith. He's a master mud rider, never to be compared to a city mudslider. You run into a ditch, he'll be on his way. As he blows by you, you can hear the people say, he's a master mud rider. His name is Butch Smith. He'll put any city mudslider right off into a ditch when he gets in that old Jeep, old 95 roars to life. Get out of the way, it's time for an Arkansas mud ride. Well, he's a hero of the land. To most, he's a kind man. You can hear the way he drives when he gives his old Jeep alive. Old 95 roars to life. He puts her down and low. Get out of his way, because there's no place he won't go. He's a master mud rider. His name is Butch Smith. He'll put any city mudslider right off into a ditch when he gets in that old Jeep, old 95 roars alive. Get out of the way, it's time for an Arkansas mud ride. Yeah, get out of me and Butch's way, we're going on an Arkansas mud ride. And now we come to the moment that we all been waiting for. Okay, y'all haven't really, y'all been waiting for it all, but it's the only time in this entire video that an accent other than my own will be used. We have Scottish heritage in our family. My cousin Diane and Butch, they went to Scotland. And she's like, I felt so close to our family roots, and I went, So I came up with this little song, and it's called The True Scottish Queen. Let's take a minute, okay. Now come gather round me, people, and listen to me. I'll tell ye of a brave lass, her story I'm about to sing. Aye, she's a brave lass, the bravest ever saw. The beautiful bonny Queen Diana, Fordyce, Arkansas. When she was born, they gave her a Scottish crown, Then she found her kingdom in a small Arkansas town. Looked around her kingdom and said it's very nice. Looked all around and called it for dice. Then she traded her horse carriage and 8 white horses for a 4x4 jeep that could go down any road chosen. Then she married her king and lived a happy life. The beautiful bonny Queen Diana and her king by her side. Well, her story done in there, and I'm proud to say the noble queen still rules to this day. And the best part of it, especially to me, I'm very proud to call her family. She's a pretty true Scottish queen, the prettiest ever saw. The beautiful bonny Queen Diana of Fordyce, Arkansas. She's a pretty true Scottish queen, prettiest ever saw. The beautiful bonny Queen Diana of Fordyce, Arkansas. Whew. Okay. Let's see. Another original. So, after my first trip, and I came back, and of course, most of Thanksgiving dinner conversations with that, I spoke about was nothing but Fordyce. Nothing but Fordyce at all. That's all I spoke about. And at Christmas, we did something really cool. We went around and, just like a lot of people do at Thanksgiving, we once again told things we were thankful for. And I went, I got an idea for this. So, this is called God, Family, Friends, and the Swamp. Beatkeeper. Well, thanks to my great-grandpa and grandma Daniels, who settled there years ago, they built them a home and raised a family. Well, they had the kids grow up and taught them about that land, and I'm living proof that they did, and I'm glad they did. When those kids grew up, they moved off everywhere else, but one great Uncle Dalton and my great Aunt Odessa came back. They both put in houses there and raised up the families, and now thanks to them, that land means it's pleasing me. Well, these kids grew up and raised grandkids, but it never really took. They tried to teach us about that land, but we didn't care like we should. And then one year I got to hunt down there, and my mind was all arranged. But after that trip, my mind was really changed. Now when it came to God handing out talents to us kids, a teaspoon like everything else, to us like everyone else he did. But when it came to loving the land, a teaspoon to all the rest. But when it came to me, God said, oh no, 55 gallons, that's the best. He blessed me with the things I'm really grateful for, things that'll make me hop, things I'm really thankful for, things I'll never swap. Got family, friends, who and a swarm. Yes, he blessed me with the things I'm really grateful for. Things that make me high. Things that I'm really thankful for. Things I'll never swap. Got family, friends, and a swamp. Whew. Okay, just to be honest with you, that song is not how it originally was recorded, but I cannot find that recording, and so I don't remember how it all went. Sorry, I had to have a drink after that one. Whew. But I made it through it. I survived. So then I also got to noticing that I had some family who my grandparents that own the house I'm in right now, their last name is Daniels. And they both come from down there. And now my grandpa's people are all the ones that, like my Odessa is his sister, and all the ones I've been talking about is all his side. But my grandmother has one sister, and she lives in the town of Fordyce. And a lot of the grandkids on this side of the family, they only know that bunch. They don't know the ones out just across the next county in Calhoun County, where, my great aunt and all them live, where I get to deer hunt. The best place ever, And so then they got to kind of mouthing some of my family down there in Calhoun County, and boy, that wasn't good. After my next trip, the very next year, I was nearly home. And I stopped about halfway, and I pulled into a park, and I sat, and I just recorded a song. It's called Don't Mount My Family. I don't wanna leave, but I have to go. I know there'll be trouble, and everyone will make it so. I don't wanna hear it, but they'll mouth just like they did. This time it's different. I'm not the same kid. So don't mind my family down in South Arkansas, or I'll beat your dang brains out, slam your butt against the wall. And by the way, I ain't got any kind of friend. Everybody down there is my family and kin. I know they're gonna mouth 'em to run me around, but I'm not gonna let 'em. I'm gonna stand my ground. When they start, I won't take it very well. Over Calhoun County, I'll tell 'em to go to hell. So don't mind my family down in South Arkansas, or I'll beat your dang brains out. Slam your butt against the wall. By the way, I ain't got any kind of friends. Everybody down there is my family and kin. Well, I warned them, and it didn't take. So I guess I'll have to say, mouth the certain ones, that'll be your mistake. Don't mouth the bunch that I dearly love. So here it is, specifically. Don't mouth those I love. Here's what I told them. I'm not trying to be mean to family, but don't mouth the ones attached to Calhoun County. For if you do, I promise you, I won't take it, no, I will. Over that particular bunch, I'm willing and ready to kill. So don't mind my family down in Calhoun, Arkansas, or I'll beat your damn brains out, slam your ass against the wall. By the way, I ain't got any kind of friends. Everybody down there is my family and my kin. And what do you know, it worked. There were some others that I wrote. One was about some bugs that are down there. I can't remember how it goes. But everybody knows what a horsefly is. Well, down there in the summertime, they have something called a deerfly. And the deerfly makes a swarm of horseflies look like they're kind, gentle little baby lambs. But unfortunately, I can't remember how that one went. I had another one that I never got finished, but it started out talking about my cousin Butch and the group he was singing with and playing with down at the the Round Table, which is the old depot. They turned into a restaurant, but I can't remember how that went either. But this past year, I went down there to deer hunt, and I always looked forward to it. It was not just a chance to get away, see family, and hunt, but there was one family member that was real special to me. And just so you know, I'm going to try to get through this without breaking down. It's going to be really hard. And I'm going to try, but it'll probably happen. And she was my team leader. Still is. She was my Aunt Odessa, and she's a real special lady. Sometimes, whenever there was a problem and you spoke of it, sometimes she'd tell you what you wanted to hear. So sometimes she'd tell you that, you didn't, the things you probably didn't want to hear. But she had a heart of gold. And she always liked to hear my shot. My very first deer down there 2 years ago. She was sitting at the table. I was hunting the power line just catty corner of the back porch. That's where the mouth of it is. And she was sitting at the table by the back glass doors. And she's on the phone. And boom! She said, "Oh my goodness gracious." And whoever she's talking to on the phone went, "Oh my goodness gracious, what's wrong? What's the matter?" And my great aunt, she just got smiling, proud. She just jumped and danced and said, "Hardy just killed a deer. Hardy just killed a deer. Hardy just killed a deer." And and you know, she loved to hear my shot. And then she was the one family member I could talk about anything with. She was the first of my family to know about my wife. And I got a phone call about a week or 2 or 3 weeks after I got back this year. She wasn't down there. She was sick. She was with her son up in the edge of Little Rock. And so we got to go see her. She told me when she was a little girl that instead of a pine or cedar tree, they decorated a holly tree. I took her a holly tree in a little bucket with some cane from her driveway holding it up and some little ornaments of colored beads of the camp colors, and made her a necklace. And then Christmas hit, and I'd had kind of a hard fall not having her there. I'd lost my coonhound, had some other things going on that was really hard. And Christmas Eve, I'm finishing up some jewelry for the next day's Christmas party. We'd just had the one out here. The other side of the family was the next day, and my mother came in about 11, and she told me that my aunt was gone. And that really hurt really badly. And there's in the room I stayed in, there was a picture of some cotton. And I had asked about that, you know, because it's the only thing I wanted. It reminded me so much of her. Well, a few months ago, my cousin Tony, her son, he brought some old photographs he'd found of all of us. I wasn't out here at the time, and got home, and my grandmother said, "Well, go look on your bed." Well, there was a blanket on my bed. I thought, well, that's weird. And wrapped in that blanket was my picture. And you know what? It really brought back a lot of good memories. And sorry y'all, but I can't. Anyway, I was just standing out here one evening and looking at that picture, and got a set of deer horns beside it that my grandfather killed off of a deer that he killed. And I wrote a song, and it's called "She Can Hear Her Shot." Well, let me get a quick drink of water. Well, it's that time of year. I'm back on the road again, heading down to South Arkansas on a deer hunting mission. It don't really matter if I feel all my tags or not. Just want one deer so she can hear her shine. I don't care about it if I feel all my tags or not. I don't care about getting a big buck spot. Lord, I just want one deer. So give me a shot. That way I can have me a deer and she can still hear her shot. Oh, my loving great Aunt Odessa, she's my team leader. She's also my dearest hunting friend. Every time I came to hunt, the one thing she loved the most, she couldn't wait to call and tell her friends. She'd sit at the table by the double-back glass door, phone in hand, just hoping and praying for a thundering roar. So I don't care about it if I feel all my tags or not. I don't care about getting a big buck spot. Lord, I just want one deer. So give me a shot. That way I can have me a deer and she could still hear her shot. Well, I lost her. She died. But I got to go and see her and tell her goodbye. Took her some things, told her about my dear. She got really happy. Then she cried when she told me. She had tears in her eyes when she told me that she loved what she got. Then she cried even harder when she said, sorry I didn't hear your shot. So I don't care about it if I feel all my tags or not. I don't care about getting a big buck spot. Lord, I just want one deer. So give me a shot. That way I can have me a deer and she can still hear her shot. Well, the one thing that makes me happy, the reason why I stay, I know up there in heaven, round deer season, the angels won't sing, 'cause they'll be threatened with violence, and boy, they'll get a lot if she can't hear her shot. So I don't care about it if I feel all my tags or not. I don't care about getting a big buck spot. Lord, I just want one deer. So give me a shot. That way I can have me a deer and she can still hear her shot. Yeah, that way I can have me a deer and she can still hear her shine. Thank y'all. I hope you enjoy all the South Arkansas videos, or the songs of it. We got some different videos coming up, and anyways, I'm gonna get on out of here. Before I leave, once again, I'd like to give a shout out and a big old howdy, y'all, to Jeff and Marianne Smith. I love y'all to death, and y'all are the greatest in-laws in the entire universe. And then to that beautiful, sexy woman that done stole and took this old boy's heart and took off with it. Yep, my beautiful wife, Miss Jules Bakke Fowler. I love you, sweetheart, so much. See y'all.